gonna do a reading. It's been a while. Been busy. In the pre-shuffle, I saw the Star card, which is like a wish fulfillment or there's some sort of healing. And then I saw the Seven of Cups peek out. So there might be options. And then the Tower was after that. So there might be multiple like options you have that are stressing you out or might be causing you distress some sort, or you want to know what? It might be a financial opportunity, actually. If it's not finances, because this is the Ace of Pentacles, this could be a tangible upgrade that you've had. I don't know why I said upgrade, but an upgrade. So it might be a vehicle, it might be a job, a home, a new home. That's a physical, tangible thing in your environment. Things might not have went as planned, possibly. That's why we saw the Tower. You might have saw it going one way, but it went another with the Seven of Cups as well. It's just like you didn't see the way it was going to play out. Three of Swords. You might be a little sad leaving something behind. You might have been attached to an old home or an old vehicle, possibly. So it makes you a little sad leaving it behind and starting anew, possibly. Here, let's just see one more that comes out. Yeah, so there's been something new that has kind of came into your life, or you've upgraded your life in some way. And just moving on to a new cycle or a new timeline or whatever you want to call it, new path. It just made you a little sad. It's okay. And then we have the sacral chakra. It might actually be inspiring you, or it might be inspiring like new creative ideas. This is a home, like you might be decorating it, like you might be going for a decor look that you've never done before, or you might find yourself wanting to decorate your house differently than you used to, or even a vehicle. You might have went for a type of vehicle, or maybe even like the high base model of a vehicle that you've had, and it makes you feel really good, or you think you look really good in the car if it's a vehicle. Or even with the job, you might get a lot of attention for your abilities or even your looks, possibly, because this is a sacral chakra. This is like your creativity. It might be your sexual aura that you ooze out. That's interesting. But there's definitely a sadness there. Oh, and here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's definitely movement forward. It was a step forward you wanted to take, or you've been wanting to take for a while. On the bottom is the Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. Now, that's the 9th house, so that could be like you have moved farther away from something, or you had to move away for the job, or move farther away from your general vicinity that you've been living in to buy this house. There's definitely a change, something you've been waiting on with her holding the seed there. It's something you've been planning and waiting on, watching paint dry. You've been communicating it too with the throat chakra underneath that. It's like you spoke it into existence. You spoke it into fruition, I guess. And you're passionate about it with the Ace of Wands underneath. It was like a beginning that you needed. It's like it lit your heart on fire. Makes you feel good. And you feel triumphant. It was like something that you always wanted. Okay. So this is good. There's just some nostalgia of having to move on from, what used to be. And that's okay. Change is good. It helps shift your energy. It helps clear stuff out. New change, new people. You might have needed that. Let's see. Page of Swords with the Ace of Wands on the bottom. It's like something you've been looking out for, looking forward to. You might have done your research as well. Like if you bought a new vehicle, you might have done the research to buy this vehicle, where it might be like economically cheaper for gas, or it doesn't have as many recalls on it, or you know that the recalls have been sorted out on it, and that's why you're waiting for, like maybe you waited a year, maybe had to wait for this house to go up on the market because it didn't sell last time and they took it off and then put it back on. Yeah, there's just something that you've been like watching, waiting, doing your research on. And it may have been sudden with the Tower underneath that. Like, it may have came up really quick and you had to move quickly. It looks like you had to, like, save up for this. You had to work hard for this as well. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords with this Eight of Pentacles. You might be in a position of authority of some sort, or you might have to communicate a lot for your work. There might be people that are, like, jealous or envious of you with the Five of Swords. They might try and challenge you, because with the Ace of Swords, it's like you have all the information, you have the knowledge, so it's like people might want to just challenge you because they're threatened by your intelligence or your knowledge base. It may have been something that you never initially planned on committing to as well. Interesting. It's almost like you're waiting for the perfect time. Yeah, this all might have been some. What does this have to do with? Yeah, so... yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this has to do with. What's this have to do with? That you may have moved to be closer to somebody. Or to get away from somebody as well. Like, you may have moved because you had a breakup, or you went your separate ways, or your children have left home. So it's like you did it. I'm getting the impression it's just like maybe you had plans to do this with somebody, and then somebody decided to go somewhere else. So maybe that's where, like, the sudden unexpected thing came in. It was like if you planned on buying a house with somebody, then, or renting a place with somebody, and they backed out, so now you have to afford the rent on your own or the mortgage on your own. And it's almost like she's saying, like, come here, you have a responsibility, you made a commitment to this, where are you going? That's interesting. With the Queen of Cups, it's definitely somebody you had lots of love for. It could be contractual with this being the Queen of Swords. That's Libra energy. And this is Pisces energy. This person could be flighty, the person that didn't follow through. And it's like calling somebody out for not being responsible or taking care of their responsibilities, or trying to evade responsibility. They might be holding back something with the Four of Pentacles, or like they might try and tell you they don't have enough money, or they don't have enough to offer in this. Maybe that's why it didn't work out, or they felt they couldn't follow through. Okay, so what do we want to know? We want to know, how is this going to benefit my collective? How is this going to benefit my collective? You want to know what, like, even though this person may have backed out and didn't follow through with what they were doing, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy, and you're going, the purpose of this taking place and the way it played out that it did with the Temperance again, it was almost like you're learning how to build your own strength to do it on your own. There might be like a codependency that had happened in this dynamic. I don't know who it was. You make it fit. If it doesn't fit, don't take it. It's not your reading. That's okay. But you might be learning to break away from codependence, whether it be financial. But I'm guessing it's financial. Like, you may have financially depended on somebody, or somebody might have financially depended on you. So if it's reversed and you walked away from something and didn't follow through with something, it was because this person was dependent on you to financially carry them and make the plans and do all the work. But now it's their time to learn the lesson so that they can be more independent in life, that they can thrive independently. That's interesting. Because the thing is like, if you're with somebody and they expect you to do all the work, or they're used to you doing all the work, that is a codependency, and you're removing the opportunity for them to learn that lesson or that skill that they need to move forward. So you're not doing them any good. You're not doing them any justice. You're carrying an extra burden that's not even yours. So there could be just a mere lesson of like you learning to not do it for you. It's just like children. You give them responsibilities so that they can learn when they go out on their own. They're not incapable of living independently. They need to know how to clean. They need to know how to cook. They need to know how to do these things. So if you're doing everything for them, they're not going to learn. So, I mean, it's just, if you have to look at it as like a child-parent dynamic, that might be the dynamic that you have with this person. It might have been child-parent. And like, you may have been waiting for them to stand up and do the thing on their own, but they didn't, so you just did it. but at the same time, you're still taking that experience away. You are co-signing their behaviors of not stepping up. You're co-signing everything that they're doing. So you need to let them loose, because you're obviously capable, or the other person is obviously capable, and you need to learn this lesson. Don't take it personally. It's just, it is what it is. Like how we all are raised and the experiences we have in life, like sometimes you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade your life in some way, whether it's a new skill or ability. Ace of Wands. Why the Ace of Wands? I'm definitely seeing independence having to happen. You want to know what? Like, so we have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Sorry, so two aces. It's almost like, so if the dynamic is you learning to not be codependent on somebody else, or vice versa, the person having to learn to not be codependent on you, the independence that you will gain from this, but it's the confidence, the ability to do it on your own, and you'll have more confidence to do those things, to pursue something new, to pursue something you really want to do, or vice versa, this person. So you're not helping them, you're, what's the word? I can't even think of it. Yeah, you're co-signing it, you're inhibiting them from growing, or they're inhibiting you from growing. So this is just merely an experience, like it fell through, but it's for the greater purpose of one person. So both you are learning a lesson. One's just learning to not control everything and not do all the work because you're taking away from somebody else, and somebody's learning to have to step up and do the work that needs to be done. What does the collective have to look forward to? A full transformation with the Death card. That's the Death card doesn't necessarily mean, like, there might have been like some like ego attached to this. So like you might, how do I word this without sounding partially offensive, I guess? It's just like the blessing and the gift is the ending, the death or transformation. So somebody transforming to be more responsible, that's the gift that they're being given in this experience. And for you, whoever it is, you are changing, and that's the thing that we need to like normalize a little bit more, is like every relationship and connection that you have, that you enter with somebody, or you navigate through, especially for longer periods of time, you become somebody new. You're not the same person. So when a relationship or connection ends, you are a different person. So when you go into the next relationship or connection that you're about to have, you will not conduct yourself in the same way if you're growing and doing the work and looking at what you need to learn from that connection. Like I've said it multiple times on my videos, where it might not feel good, but there's a deeper reason for it, and there's a purpose, and those are usually the best lessons that you'll be able to carry throughout your life and even pass on to somebody else. That's your gift, is what you've learned, the trials, the tribulations, and the challenges you've overcome. That's your gift to other people that are going to be going through the same thing after you. Is there any surprises? Let's see if there's any surprises that are coming up, other than this transformation or this death, this ending, because after every ending there's a beginning. Is there any surprises? What's this surprise? You will be recognized, like this transformation or whatever you're learning, or this person that you've been connected to is learning. You will see the difference in that person. With the Four of Wands, it's almost like you'll, not only yourself, but others around you. With the Six of Wands, it's like even others will notice the transformation and like the stability. With the Four of Wands, that's like celebration, but it's also like foundational type stuff. So they'll notice the foundation that you've been building and working towards, and the changes that you've went through. And you want to know what? I feel like with the Emperor on the bottom, this might be like a father figure that actually like gives you the validation or the recognition of like the work and the changes that you've made. Or you might even have like opportunities in like an authority position. I did mention that earlier with the Queen of Swords. Just like it might be something that you're recognized in a, like I said, an authoritative position, a position of power. How is this surprise going to make the collective feel about their new life? How's this surprise? abundant, 10 of Pentacles. You couldn't even get a better card than that. It's like whatever changes and growth and lessons you've learned through this connection that may not have went the way you wanted it to, like, you will feel abundant at the end of this. It's almost like you'll be a brand new person. You'll have new opportunities. It's like you'll have more opportunities coming your way because you're going to be walking tall. You're going to walk with confidence, and people are going to recognize that. And then you'll attract different people as well. So, like, if this has to do with relationship stuff and you attract the same type of partners in different people, though, just the shift in your attitude or the shift in independence, like getting out of any kind of codependent stuff, you will carry yourself differently and you'll feel differently about your life. I don't know, the moon card, there might be a surprise, another surprise that's hidden, because the moon is like hidden emotions, or it's things that are hidden that haven't been revealed yet. So maybe the universe has a gift for you that they just aren't showing you. King of Cups, so it might be some sort of intimate or loving connection. It could even be a friend. It might be somebody that has been waiting in the winds, or somebody that you've known before. It was almost like they were waiting for you to have a shift in a perspective or see them differently, or you were waiting for somebody else to see you differently and come towards you with the Six of Swords. It was almost like they were waiting for the ability to come toward, like single. If you were in a relationship, you might become single. They were waiting for that. And it's almost like they had hidden feelings for you. They may have been really stoic. Like with this King of Cups face, I don't know if that's coming in clear or not. There we go. They may have been really stoic. They may have been a friend that you've had for a really long time. Or they might be a friend of a male family member. They might know you through that. They may have been restricted. He has a ring on his middle finger there that he's holding the cup with. There may have been obstacles, or this might have been... how do I word this? Yeah, we're going on 20 minutes. This might have been something that... I don't want to use the word off limits, but it was almost like... it wouldn't be perceived by others, or others might perceive it differently. It might have to do with how people around you would respond or react to this person approaching you or wanting to connect with you. Okay, so let's get some advice. What can the collective use as advice for right now? What can the collective use as advice? Alright, what do we got? Rebirth, spring equinox. We're already past the spring, but there's definitely, with the rabbit, like a lot of changes, a lot of excitement. And the butterfly, that's obviously transformation. Yeah, so it definitely had to do with perspective with the Milky Way. A change of perspective. So it's like, as soon as you change your mind, you change the way that you function within a connection. It's almost like your whole life changes. You become a whole new person, and you just don't recognize your life anymore for the better. And the veil, yeah, it's almost like you had to go through this experience before you could see the truth of the change that needed to happen in your life, or this other person's life, or both your lives. Okay, I hope new beginnings done. Alright, I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day. Stay cool. Bye.